The anthem of Saudi Arabia. Hello and welcome back. Welcome back to the Parade of Nations. We're going to have a great evening. To get us underway, I'd like to introduce Tony, Dr. Tony Chan, who's going to give us a short speech and kick off the event.
Thank you, Chris. I'm not so sure about short. But anyway, what do you think? This is a great event, right? Let's give ourselves a big hand. Oh, greatest event at KAUST. So I hope you are invigorated from our first Parade of Nations since the pandemic. The excellent KAUST tradition is back and bigger than ever following the pandemic. The Parade of Nations is KAUST's own international expo. But I was just at the expo last week. Like the expos, in which we celebrate simultaneously our pride in our countries of origin and also our pride in building something that is richly global here at KAUST on the Red Sea. Whereas the Parade of Nations is only one day per year, we have a year-round commemoration of our international character directly behind me, the Arboretum. So welcome at this moment to a brief dedication ceremony for the expanded and redesigned International Arboretum at KAUST, a shady treasure embedded in a large, sun-drenched campus. Now, an arboretum is a grove of trees cultivated for research, education, aesthetics, and also recreational purposes. KAUST Arboretum shares all these purposes and has a special additional theme. It celebrates our international diversity. In 2009, the founders of KAUST set aside a small park with trees labeled for each of only 55 countries at that time, represented in the charter KAUST community. As KAUST has grown over the last 12 and 13 years, we are now house the citizens of 122 countries and territories. By the way, I learned last week at Dubai, there's only 196 countries in the UN. So we are almost 2/3 of that. The Arboretum was expanded in 2021 during the pandemic to catch up with the diversity of the university community. Each tree, you can see there, is accompanied by a stone tag displaying the flag of the country that the tree represents and a QR code through which you can learn more about the country. Now, motivated by the desire to host an increasing number and diversity of performing arts venues, we took the opportunity to electrify the gazebo. You see the gazebo right there at the center of the park for festive lighting and application for informal outdoor activities. So please make use of that. We hope that this rededication will draw fresh attention to KAUST botanical treasures, and that the Arboretum will be a popular green space and a place for community activities and assemblies. The desire for open-air assembly space was never more pronounced than during the pandemic. Like many other adaptations to the pandemic, open-air assemblies may become larger parts of our lives, even in its aftermath. So please enjoy the strolls, picnics, and tree hunts to find a tree that marks your own country. The redesign of the Arboretum was managed by a KAUST facility management team of engineers. Khalid Al-Sadi, is Khalid here? I think I saw him. And horticulturalist Majid Elmir under Vice President Matthew Early, in collaboration with Professor David Keys in my office. The park will be managed by Community Life and can be booked through community life. Now, lastly, I want to say, a tree is a marvelous metaphor for a university. Now, how so? Trees are dynamic living things, some with very long lifetimes, in the thousands of years. Like a university, with its annual transience of student and personnel, a tree goes through annual cycles of growth. Like a university, while sustaining and reproducing itself, a tree contributes to an ecosystem in which others prosper. Like universities, trees are generally robust with respect to variation in their surroundings. The strength, fruitfulness, and beauty of trees have inspired human beings since the beginning of history. It is therefore fitting for a university to maintain a grove of trees as a paradigm for itself. Trees have likely been an inspiration for poetry as long as there have been poets. To round out the dedication ceremony, I would like to call our own KAUST poet, David Keys, to the podium to recite one poem that he made up for the occasion. Let's welcome David.
Thank you for those inspiring words, Tony, as we dedicate the KAUST International Arboretum. Winston Churchill once said, "We create our buildings, we shape our buildings, and thereafter our buildings shape us." So this is a poem called "So We Plant." So we plant these trees, displaying variety. So we plant these flags, proclaiming diversity. So we plant these trees, cycling the air we breathe. So we plant these flags, conferring identity. So we plant these trees, flowering for bees. So we plant these flags, reminding of creeds. So we plant these trees, providing birds with nest. So we plant these flags, showing mutual respect. KAUST is greater much than trees. KAUST is more than you and me. Yet, as we blend here, flags and trees, so we blend our hopes and dreams.
Great poem, thank you. Now, back to you, MC.
Correct? Okay, well, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, David, for these inspiring words. We also love the Arboretum because there are sometimes picnic in the park and we will play some music over there. So please join us when it's the time to do so. And not only we, there are some piano sessions and there is so much going on over there. Community Life is organizing this. But now everyone is waiting for the first performance. Oh my God! Mabuhay Filipinas! Our first dance performance we will see is from one of the most energetic dance groups in KAUST and definitely the biggest number of group dancers tonight. The Filipina Pride Dancers! Tonight we will see a choreography led by Robin and Eileen. 22 dancers are following their lead. Music on for our amazing dancers from the Philippines! Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.